Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined by Dr. Anthony Thompson. How are you doing?
Doing quite well, Katie. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful.
First of all, we got the name came from Ephesians, 2nd chapter. Ephesians talks about him dying to bring the two together as one new humanity. And we had an event. Our first event was November the 20th of 2022. The first night we had a revival. And the reason behind the revival is a good story behind that. It was a church on Aston Street. Right now it's St. John Reformed Episcopal Church. But in the 1800s, it was a Presbyterian church. But it was an integrated Presbyterian church. They had like 12 whites, 12 blacks, and about 48 whites. Anyway, he caught a lot of flack behind it. The pastor's name was Gerardo. And he wanted to do something similar to what we're talking about right now. He wanted to unite the city of Charleston. Yeah, so he had a revival, and a three-day revival. And on that third night, it describes him preaching like a shock of electricity with the Holy Spirit, of course. And when that Spirit hit him, it changed everything. Because the very next day, you hear what I'm saying? The very next day, every church in Charleston increased their membership. Every church increased their membership. Yeah, it's a written fact.
That is crazy.
It's a written fact, yeah. And then what happened was, it was like the Spirit hit and just kept on going. As far as on the East Coast, from Charleston all the way to New York, over 1 million people got saved from that revival. And so the next day we went to 7 different landmarks in the city of Charleston. One of the landmarks was the Battery.
White Point Gardens?
White Point Garden. Because that's the place where a lot of brothers fought brothers. Well, like 600,000 soldiers died right there in that spot. So that was a spot of hostility, you know. So we went there to pray, and it was over having slaves. You know what I mean? So we prayed there that God would, change their hearts. He can't change what happened,
Of course.
but he can change the hearts of the people today, so that they will no longer perpetuate the hostility that took place there. Instead of hostility, let's talk about some peace. Then we went from there to Four Corners of Law, the same thing. You're talking about Four Corners of Law where all these beautiful buildings were basically built, you understand, on the backs of slaves.
Yeah.
Free labor, which was an injustice. Then we went to the Exchange Building where, pretty much where the slaves came in at, praying about what happened there. Then we marched to the United States Customs House, of course, where the money came in from the transatlantic slave trade, and the Caribbean barons, who profited off of slavery. And then, of course, we went back to St. John's. Then we marched to Emmanuel, and you know what happened there. Then we marched to Marion Square. That's where we ended the march. Marion Square was the pinnacle point where everybody had the opportunity to express acts of penance, for the next event. Yeah, and so pretty much that's what it consisted of.
Powerful day.
Yeah, powerful day. We had people to join in, with us along the way.
Maybe didn't know that the event was happening.
Have no idea.
There you go.
Then I had some friends of mine who actually like watching it on TV, and they came running out there. I mean, like joining in, yeah.
I mean, that.
Who I hadn't seen in years, and taking the flags and things out of my hands. I'm trying to figure who are these people. And then I realized people I knew from previous years.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents. Well, it is just a beautiful day here at Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents, and I'm joined by Kent. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, there's so much to see here. But for people that have never been here before, what are you guys all about?
Coastal. We're about experience. We're about color. We're about just joy, honestly. People that come into our store, it's 30,000 square feet of living room, dining room, bedroom, mattresses, outdoor, everything you could think of for the home, we have it here at Seaside.
Truly top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Lighting to rugs to lamps and everything in between.
Absolutely. And and we have people here that are, their average is 30 years in the business. So they know what they're talking about, and they're here to assist you and help you along the way. It's not a high pressure type store. It's a store that you come in and enjoy yourself, and we're here to help you.
All right, let's dive a little deeper. You guys have mattresses as well.
Yes, we do.
Talk to me about that.
All right, we carry Sealy, which has 3 brands to it. We have the Sealy Posturepedic, we have Tempur-Pedic, and we have Stearns & Foster. And then we brought on a new mattress company called Restonic, which is a line that's kind of a mid-size in terms of price point, and it's just wonderfully comfortable as well. And so the Property Brothers are part of that group too.
We know that.
So yeah, we're excited about our mattress line.
Yeah, and I know you guys have a lot of different price points in terms of everything that you carry here. So whether you're looking to spend a little bit more or save a little money, you guys have something for everyone.
Yeah, budget seems to be the ugly word, but it is
Right.
part of the process. And if you come in with an idea of what you want to spend, we can help you out for sure, because we carry everything, like you said, from low to high, and from quality that's questionable all the way up to really excellent quality. We've got Maven, which is a new group that we brought in for dining room sets and bedroom sets. It's solid wood, and you can pick any color that you want, any wood species that you want.
Ooh.
And it's just a very beautiful high line of product that we carry. But again, upholstery, same deal. We have low to high, and we carry it all.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents.
I'm so excited.
This is a big deal.
This is crazy cool. Go, Miguel, go. Just get yourself comfortable. Right, gently, and then you're gonna hold your right hand here, just a little pinch, okay, and then start the gas pedal. It is, that first push is always the scariest one. There it goes. Yep, keep going. Okay, and then just maintain, you can maintain that slow speed, and then to see how it's moving, and then how this hand is really gonna be your guide, navigating. Nicely done. I mean, look at that. You did great.
Oh, wow.
And then just pinch it close to right here. Kind of hold this thread, pinch it, pull it out. You want a long tail. Don't be scared. Pull it all the way out.
Like that.
Yep, and then this cuts right over that. Yep, that's great. So you want to pin that one down there, and then you're going to pin that. Now you want to make sure they line up as well after you.
That is important.
So you're going to want to center this over just a touch. So pin that down. Make sure you're only pinning it to one piece of your fabric. So you want to hold that, and then you're going to line this one up and put it on the top.
But yeah, to the guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not challenging as I thought it would have been. Yeah.
And you were worried.
To all the guys out there.
Yeah, to all the guys out there. Really, the challenging part is the cutting and the measuring.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we're talking about a very important topic. I'm joined by Simon and Cindy from Carolina Forest Elementary School. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Great.
Wonderful. Now, you both work in education, but you also are co-authors of a book. Tell me about this book.
Okay, so this book is Adapting Behavior Practices, Reframing Your Approach to Discipline, and we, for the past 5 years, the two of us have been working together with behavior a lot. And so we just realized that getting to the root of the behavior helps tremendously, and it helps the kids not to repeat the same behavior. So we kind of came together and just thought of ways to help the kid to change the behavior.
So who is this book for?
This book is for parents and teachers, and really for adults, because everybody gets frustrated when it comes to behavior and they wonder, what are we going to do? And even for me as a parent, it's helpful because we tend to work with our own kids a little differently than we work with other people's kids. So, the being consistent and putting these things into practice it's difficult because it's time consuming, but the consistency is what wins in the long run.
So can you give me some examples maybe that are in the book without spoiling too much?
Like Cindy said, a lot of kids, and I'm sure many people out here listening and yourselves can remember, when kids would come get in trouble at school and they would get in trouble for the same things over and over and over again. So, like the front of the book shows there, some roots in the ground and a child being like a plant. When something goes wrong with your crops, you got to figure out what's wrong in the dirt, not what's on top. So once you get to that root, and it does take time, because as we say in there, it takes them a long time to get that way. It takes a long time to get them out. And gaining that trust with us or whoever they work with is the first step in getting to the root of that problem.
Yeah, and I would say definitely building the relationship. Relationships are everything. When you get the relationships with these kids, we've had a lot of kids that just came from tough situations, and the two of us, we just team up and kind of become that safe space for them.
Right.
And they know it, and then it just helps.
Well, tell me also, for parents and other teachers who have read the book, what has been the response?
Well, for some who kind of been in education for a long time, it's like a new thing for them. It's almost like they're having to retrain their thinking and their brain. And, and I say all the time, like, this is just a new generation of kids. Like, you can't do the same thing that you did a long time ago to reach this generation, because they have so many other things coming up against them, like social media. And they just carry a lot. And so you just have to approach it a different way.
Yeah.
So.
Because everybody, wants to see old school. Well,
Right.
Our grandparents' old school was a lot different than our old school, so there's always a new school coming. So we just need to adapt to that new school a little bit faster.
Right.
If we're going to be successful with our kids, and that's a hard thing for some teachers. If we can help them understand this practice, in the long run, it's going to be a smoother classroom. Their scores will be better because we're really, we like scores, but without those relationships, those scores really don't matter.
Now, Cindy, do you have another book as well?
I do. This is actually my third children's book. I'm always trying to write, because I am a counselor, giving kids tools that they can use when I'm not there, and so this book is Same Love, Different Homes, and it is about kids that are in divorce situations. And so I think out of all the books, like, this was the one that I could connect to the most, because I was that kid. And so when I wrote it, it was really rewarding for me as well. So, yeah.
So if anybody's interested in purchasing one of your books, where can they find these?
They can find them on Amazon. They're both on Amazon.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.